Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dream Building 101. I am your host, Dr. Ebony Potts, author of Next Exit Your Destiny, Taking the Road Towards the Life of Your Dreams. And on this channel, we discuss dream building, getting on your path to happiness, and we talk to different individuals who are doing just that. So if you like what you see, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. So today, I have the pleasure of speaking to someone that we all in high school knew as KJ, but she is a grown woman who is married, and her name is Katherine Seigel. All right, and she is doing big things. I'm going to let her go ahead and talk to you about who she is. But Katie, thanks again for being here today. How are you doing today?
I am doing fabulous. It's just like crazy hectic Saturday morning in the household, but I am doing very well.
But tell the people who you are, what your titles are, and what you do.
Okay, well, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a personal trainer, and I'm also a private chef and nutritionist. So basically, I have a bunch of clients that I train privately, especially when COVID. I used to run gyms and I had a gym. When COVID happened, I kind of packed up my whole gym in the back of my car and was able to create a pod and train clients outside, which was great because I do have clients that I've been with for several years, been in the weddings, their babies' births, tons of things that I consider like family. So I'm very blessed that I was able to continue doing that. So I'm personal training all my clients now. And then I also am a private chef, which kind of happened organically. Like I never set out to be a chef or be, a caterer or anything along those means. And it kind of just fell into my lap because I love to entertain and I love to cook. And I have my nutrition certification because I got that because that goes hand in hand with personal training. And then people would ask me for, recipe ideas. And I would just start posting things on Instagram and social media. And then it kind of blew up. And then they're like, can you cook for me? And then I was all of a sudden got offered to cook for the governor's wife's luncheon for the top 10 most influential women in California a few years ago. Wow. And just through word of mouth, that's how that kind of unraveled. But I grew up cooking. So my mom had the chippery. My family had restaurants growing up. So I grew up cooking and, slicing fish since I couldn't even see over the counter. Yeah, I grew up and I was very blessed because my mom was very good to me and always gave me confidence in the kitchen. And so she would put me in front of the stove and say, okay, we're going to make sauce. We're going to make a marinara. This is the basics. Let's do this. Now, taste it. What do you think it needs? And I could have been like, it needs cayenne pepper. It needs chocolate. And she'd be like, okay, put it in. Let's see how it goes. And she gave me confidence to experiment in the kitchen, which I, thank her for. So that's how I kind of got into that. And then I just love cooking. So it kind of just organically happened. And now I cook for clients. One client I cook lunch and dinner 5 days a week. And then another client I cook twice a week dinners for her. And then another client I cook twice a week for her and her mom. And then I do catering through, word of mouth.
Sick of sitting at your job, daydreaming about the life that you would have if you'd won that big jackpot? Do you want to design a life for yourself that you don't need to take a vacation from? Do you have a vision for your life that you just don't know how to make a reality? Next Exit Your Destiny is a witty, comical, yet straightforward guide that gives you common sense, easy to follow steps to make the life you dream of the life that you live. Get off of Unfulfilled Street, Unhappy Way, and Sunday Night Blues Boulevard and take the next exit towards your destiny today.
So what was your career path when we graduated from high school? How did you end up in California? How did you end up? I know I saw some things from your gym that you opened and you were doing some very interesting things, sand and all kinds of stuff. Like, how did you end up doing all of that?
So I remember my family saying, day one, oh my God, she's going to be a director. She's going to be a choreographer. She's going to be doing something, because I would literally I'm not even joking, I was so bossy. I would take all the kids in my neighborhood and I would create choreographed dancing. And I'd be like, my mom said, I'd be in the field like, you over there, no, yeah, and stand up straight, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I would like put on these shows for the parents. And so I always danced and did musical theater, as you know, like growing up. And I went to college on a scholarship for dance, but I knew I didn't want to, not that I didn't love performing, because it's in my nature, like I love to perform, but I knew that that wasn't my path. Like I knew that I wanted to be on the other side. I wanted to direct, I wanted to teach, I wanted to do that, but I had to dance because that was my ticket, to get to the college that I really wanted to be. And I only applied to one college. I started teaching at Kane. I was a director at Kane University and choreographer for their theater department. I was also going for education and theater at that time when I left Towson. Because I kept changing my major when I was at Towson. My mom was like, "You're on 5 different majors. Like, I'm paying for this. This is ridiculous." So I started. I was like, all right, I'm going to go back. And I was serious about it. I had a 3.75 average. I really was into it. And I wanted to teach at a university. And so I started choreographing for different theater companies in New Jersey and New York and Broadway Dance Center. And for Kane University, I was their assistant director for their musicals and also choreographer. And I was having the time of my life. I come out to California to visit my cousin, Jolie. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to come out here and do like 6 months out here and just have fun and then go back and graduate. Came out here, wound up getting this awesome job working in publicity for a young, the movie Crash?
Mm-hmm.
Great movie. We won the Oscar. So I started working at that movie company, and I was 27 years old and having time at working red carpets with Orlando Bloom and all these fun things. I was like, this is awesome. And it was very impressive to me, so I wound up staying longer. Then I met my husband and he asked me to stay. So that's how I wound up staying out here in California. But I was only supposed to be here for like 3-4 months, but just got caught up in, but one thing I will say is like, I'm really blessed that I get passionate about a lot of things. So when I was like, oh yeah, I want to do publicity. And then all of a sudden I was the second assistant to the president and director of publicity for a huge theater company, for a huge movie company. And then I was like, I don't really want to be in the film industry. I kind of got away from like what my passion was because I'm not into like the whole celebrity thing, Maybe this is as good as it gets. I have a ponytail, no makeup on, I'm not, that can be very draining on you. And so I was like, I'm going to switch. And I had Kennedy. And after I had Kennedy, I was like, I need to work out. And I started training myself and I got myself in the best shape of my life. And Todd goes, why don't you go back into training? Because in college, I used to work at Gold's Gym and I was a personal trainer there. And I was like, that's a good idea. So just for fun, I put my picture up. We lived in a development and I put my picture up at their gym in the development. And I said, personal trainer, and I dabbled. I got a couple people there, and it kind of snowballed after that. And then opened my own gym. I'm not one of those personal trainers that just rolls in and you're doing the same thing every time. Like I take hours a day choreographing, what my clients are going to do every single session, picking it up for different things every single week. They're never have the same routine twice. And so that's like how that kind of, I get that creative flow out of me. And then I'm directing them and teaching them. So I have that flow out of me, so I have that facet filled. So, and I'm making a difference in people's lives. I mean, I'm so blessed that I love my clients so much. I get to go wake up at the butt crack of dawn every morning and be with people that I genuinely care about. I genuinely love and want the best for, so I'm very, very blessed in that way. And I would never take that back for any amount of money or anything. Because it's a struggle, I don't have a salary. So, and it's expensive out here and I have a child. So you have to hustle. But I was always hustling from like a child. I was in community theater. I was in show choir. I was in chorus. I was, I did dance 7 days a week. I did, I taught dance. I, had school and all that other stuff. So I always was a hustler.
So tell us about a challenge you faced on your path and how did you overcome it?
Wow, I've had a lot of challenges, to be honest with you. I have, it hasn't been an easy road at all, but I always had so much support from my husband and from my family that even growing up from day one, that failure was never an option. And so I just dusted myself off and took it as a learning experience because I have a lot of faith in God. And I believe that every challenge that comes to us is for a reason. My mom passed away and my grandmother within 6 months this year. I had 4 miscarriages. We had COVID. My husband lost his job and, like everything happened within 1 year. of like 4 miscarriages, lost my mom, lost my grandmother first, who basically is the love of my life, and then my mom 6 months later. So that was, and trying to come back from that and say, I'm strong, I can do this, I'm a mother, I have to be, because there's honestly a point where I just want to drink all day. I was like, I could just sit on the basketball court and just have a bottle of wine. And like, how do I pick myself up from this? And it, having your entire like world turned upside down. But I said, you know what, like failure's not an option. My family would not want me to stop now. And so that's when I really said, okay, I gotta hit this hard and make COVID actually like work in my favor. So I did, and I started going to all my clients' houses, and it was right after that. I'm gonna kind of drown myself in work and being a mother and rise to the occasion and show my daughter that no matter what, you can do this. And now they're just above us, they're with us all the time. Yeah, so that was probably the biggest challenge in my life, was just losing, everything that really means a lot. It takes a lot out of you, but I really use it to my advantage to, take COVID and start training people at their houses and really connect with my clients.
So you've already talked on it a little bit about what you love about what you do. What's the most challenging aspect of what you do?
You never want to get stale. You always have to be a better version of yourself, is how I feel. And always, if there's another certification, I'm going to get it, and I'll find out a way to implement it for one of my clients, or, there's always a way that it can be used. And I always try to stay educated and advance my education as much as I possibly can. Makes me makes my worth better. But so that's probably the biggest challenging, is like not getting stale with anybody, and always making sure that the trust stays there. And I'm doing my job. It's hard, it's challenging, because I have to depend on people doing their part of it also. So just making sure that, what I'm doing is actually making a difference, because that's the whole point of it. I had a client that came to me, and he needs to lose like 70, like over 100 pounds. He lost over 105 pounds with me in 1 year, and the dedication that I had to give to be with him and make sure that he stayed on track with nutrition and working out. And he lost over 105 pounds in less than a year. And seeing that difference that I made, I was just gonna not really genuinely pay attention. That's why also I don't take on any clients that I don't genuinely connect with. So one person just emailed me the other day, or text messaged me, and she said, I got referred to you by so-and-so, and I want to work out and want a trainer. I said, well, let's do the first session for free, and let's just see if we click. Because if I'm not genuinely invested in you, we don't click, then I'm not going to just take your money. It's more to me. I had a boy that I trained, Dylan, and this is when I had my gym, and he wanted to lose weight, and he wanted to have his unveiling at his bar mitzvah. And so his mom called me crying. She's like, he's overweight, he has low self-esteem, and just he was honest. I was like, it's really crazy. It's weird that I have a best friend that's 13 years old, because I spent so much time with him. But I still talk to the family to this day. But being a part of that, but if I didn't really dive in genuinely, who knows what would have happened? I had to go pick him up from the house because he was too young to drive, and take him to the gym sometimes because his parents were working parents, but it becomes more like a family to me. So making sure that I stay true to that, and I don't look at the money, because there's plenty of people that want to just pay you and sell out. And I could take on 1 million clients and not be, true to who I am. I've gotten a lot of offers of producers that want me to just do what the people do. Like, I'm sure you see them all on Instagram and stuff, and you just pay for the package. But I need to connect with my clients. That's what makes it work.
If you could tell someone out there who might be just getting on their path towards their best life, what would you tell them?
Don't doubt yourself. Believe in yourself and trust your gut. Because every time I've gone for something, I've always trusted myself and knew that I could do it. I had confidence, and I think my family instilled that in me, and I try to instill that in Kennedy every single day, to raise a confident, strong woman. And she lives up to her name for sure. But trust yourself. Don't be afraid to go out and do what you know to be true to yourself. Whether it may struggle, but nothing is worth, and I say this to my clients, nothing is worth it if it doesn't suck for a little while, and you have to want it bad. You really have to want it for it to happen. And that's why you see all these stories of these people rising from whatever and doing these amazing things in this world. And it's so exciting to see these young children rise above situations. But we all have our, and it's one of my base pet peeves is like, shoulda, coulda, woulda, wah, me, like I grew up with this, or I didn't get this. Well, shut up, suck it up, dust yourself off. If you believe in yourself and you know what you can do, you'll do it. You will find a way and you will do it. Nothing is easy in life. We don't get handed shit. Some people do, but the people that really appreciate where they get and they get to a certain place is because they work hard for it. And I think that if you trust in yourself and believe in yourself, then you can, it sounds so cheesy, but you can do it.
Well, I definitely talk about that in my book. Life happens to everyone. So if you had the money that they had, you might also have the abusive father that they had, or this person grew up, with this silver spoon, or this person had such a great, mom and supportive mom, and I wish that I had a supportive mom. Okay, well, that person had a supportive mom, but they live in the projects. There's everyone. Life happens to everyone, and life doesn't discriminate. Life, in one way, shape, or the other, I hate to say it, it's gonna get you, and you're gonna have to figure out a way around it. You're gonna have to figure out a way around it. You're gonna have to figure out a way through it, and there's still dreams that you have. There's still aspirations that you have, and those aspirations aren't gonna go away. And you don't want to be the person sitting on the porch going, I never even tried. Anything else you want to add, or any questions for me?
No, you know what? I think I kind of laid it all on the table. Life is good, and in spite of everything that's going on, and I look forward to growing as a person every single day. And to be able to share this thank you so much. It's an honor. It's honestly an honor, and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you, and I'm happy to see you as well. And you are still Katie. Still talks a mile a minute, but that energy, it comes through. It comes through, and your passion for what you're doing, and your clients are so fortunate because, I remember you in school just being, just really a passionate person, really loyal, would go, to the wall for your friends, just a really great person. And I'm glad that you're able to use your gifts to pour into other people and to help them to get on the path to their dreams. Because, being healthy, you can't find a dream if you're not here. So, definitely being healthy and paying attention to what's going on with you and your temple, because you only get one of them, is very, very important. So where can anyone who is watching get in contact with you? What's your web address, Instagram, business, email, any of that?
I put my life on the table for Instagram and social media. So you could see everything from my recipes and to workouts and my day-to-day life with Kennedy and goofing around. Everything is, I'm fit, fabulous foodie is my Instagram handle. And so funny, my Facebook is not the same, but it's I think it's Katie Johnson Seigel. I think it's my Facebook. That's so funny. Everything is, I go on Instagram and then it automatically feeds it into Facebook. And that's where you can follow anything from me to see, the real me. There's nothing fake over here.
Well, thank you again, KJ, for being here. I appreciate it so much. And we will definitely put all of that information on how to contact you and get in contact with you and follow you and learn some great recipes, I'm sure. And hopefully to help everyone else to live their best life as well. We'll definitely make sure we put that in the comments. But thank you again. I appreciate it.
I so appreciate you. Today's Saturday.
Oh, thank you so much. And everyone, again, if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like, share, and give us a big thumbs up. And thanks again for tuning in to Dream Building 101. And don't forget to pick up your Don't forget to pick up your copy of Next Exit Your Destiny, Taking the Road Towards the Life of Your Dreams. You can pick it up at www.nextexityourdestiny.com, or it's also available on Amazon and barnesandnoble.com. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Have a great day.